G'day guys, thanks for watching. It's our third week now of self-isolation and I hope everyone's going okay and staying healthy. I'm getting a lot of work done in the shed here, so this is my first YouTube post, and please be kind. So I'm not the best video editor or anything like that, but I thought some of the things I'm doing in here people might find useful. So today I'm putting a pump in the XR6 Turbo ute. It's a little Walbro 525 pump in tank. So I'll just show you how to pull the tank out of the back. I'm not going to show you every step. Hopefully if you're doing something like this you've got a bit of an idea. Obviously you have to jack the car up and get the back of the ute a little bit higher because the tank's got to come out the back, but it's not a big job at all. So if you've got a toolbox and some jack stands, a little bit of know-how, you should be able to put a pump in these things. Not too hard at all. Let's get into it. So the back of the ute's up in the air now, and left hand wheel's off. You'll be able to see in here the main fill hose. It's got to pop off. Sorry about the poor camera work. There's also a clip up the top there. That one's got to come off, and just cut that little cable tie, and then we can get underneath, support it with a jack, and do the two main straps. I'll try and get under there and give you a better look at that. Once we start lowering the tank, we'll be able to reach above it and unclip the electric, the connectors for the fuel pump feed. So there's also, let's see if I can get under the side here, the three lines that they need to be clipped off. And then once we start lowering the tank, just make sure they don't get tangled up. I'll have to drop down past these brake lines and then we'll pull it out. Okay, that's the assembly out with the new pump in it. I'll just show you, that's the one I'm using, Thai Automotive, which I think is the new name for Walbro apparently. Oops, scratched it. That's the part number there. Now the Walbro one, or Thai Automotive, is a little bit thinner in the body. That's the standard Ford one. So I've just used a bit of thicker foam there that was for a motorbike pump to chock it up in there. Also the connectors were different, so that's one of the Ford ones. So you can pick out the wiring. I just used a little scribe there and they slide out. So that's all Walbro there, or Thai Automotive there, and then just that connector I've removed the Thai Automotive one and put the Ford one on, so it all just clips together. Now that is the standard Ford line. It's hard plastic line. I've just heated it up and removed it from the pump, put it on there also with a little bit of heat and put a clamp on it. So normally they don't use a clamp, but after reusing that line I wasn't really confident it was going to be 100%. I just thought I'd show you, I made that little bit of crap there because I was having a little bit of trouble removing these under the car. Just with pliers I could tell it was going to damage it, so I just made that bit of stuff there that clips on and pushes it off. Just an easy way to remove them without damaging the outside of them. So it's all assembled, ready to go back in the tank and tank in the car. Bomba decombustible pompe a carburant. The pump assembly is back in the tank now. It's a very tight ring on the top there, so I had to experiment with a couple of techniques to try and get it off, but the winner ended up being a couple of vice grips, one on each side, a couple of slip-offs, a couple of curse words, but it's all in now. Just take note of the O-ring that's under here. Sometimes they swell and they pop out of their groove, so sometimes you have to put a new O-ring in there, but this one was no problem. And obviously make sure it's all nice and clean, that you're not going to knock in any dirt. Set the little vac here. So I'm happy. Let's put it in. So it might be a bit hard to see from under here, but they're the three lines to the front of the tank. They've got to be reconnected. There's also this funny little surge tank, catch tank type setup at the front that's standard. That has to be clipped back on. The white connectors and a hose that I disconnected at the top of that. I'll go around the other side and see if I can get a better angle. It's the top of the surgy, all connected back up there. The tank is positioned on a jack, ready to go up. Just obviously you have to be careful where the filler comes up past the chassis rail. It's super tight, so you don't want to bust that that plastic piece there. So we'll just have to massage it up and lift it up with the jack, and then get ready to put the straps on. So the tank's jacked back up. It's in its spot. There's just two main straps holding it in. The straps haven't put up yet, and they don't even have to be unscrewed all the way. They just slot over the top and then do it up tight. Main fuel hose back on, and job's done. So that all went pretty smoothly. After finishing the job, I always turn the key on and off a couple of times just to prime the line, and then start the car, hop under there and make sure none of the lines are leaking. I should just add that I've heard a few people say that they struggle a little bit to get the tank out without pushing the axle back or taking the drive shaft out, and I'm not sure. This is the first FG ute that I've done, and I'm not sure if it's because it's got lowering blocks in the back that came out so easily, but certainly it wasn't the case with this car. It just dropped out. So even if I had to hop the drive shaft across or slide the axle back, it wouldn't have had too much time to the job anyway, but this one didn't have to be touched. So if you don't have lowering blocks, I'm not sure, it might be a little bit tighter, but it seemed to come out pretty easy. So hopefully you don't have any issues like I did.